Here and ready to play some baseball, and so are the Newton Rams, and we're ready to bring you a live play-by-play broadcast. My name is Kevin Holden, and welcome to this afternoon's game between the Rams and the Gales of Mount St. Joseph High School. They come all the way to Newton County from St. Paul, Minnesota. Actually, they didn't show up for just this one game. They have been taking a tour of various schools around the state of Georgia. Yesterday, a doubleheader at Milton High School. They played, from what I understand, Roswell and Milton that day. Thank you very much. And they're here for the game against the Newton Rams this afternoon. They lead it off with Michael Kusser, the left fielder. Matt O'Donnell is their right fielder, batting second. Kyle Skinner bats third for the Gales. He's the shortstop. Jeff Felker is the third baseman, batting cleanup. Mark Texiera, we're going to have some fun with that name. First baseman hits fifth. Brendan Mahoney is in center, batting sixth. Matt Martin, the catcher. Matt Gribben, the DH. And Daniel Rosewag, the second baseman, round out the Gales batting order. Richie Cleary is on the mound for the Newton Rams, facing Michael Kusser. Wind and the pitch, swung on and missed. You can take that if you want. Kusser, a right-handed batter, digging in, stands near the back of the batter's box. Cleary's pitch, missing up high. 2 balls, 1 strike to Kusser. Behind Cleary, the defense is Baker and Easterday on the left side. Moon and Hires on the right side. The 2-1 pitch missing outside, 3-1. Around the outfield, it's Jarvis Johnson, Luke Allen, and a new name, Britt Mask, is out there as well. He's in right field. Chris Middlebrooks catches the senior right-hander Richie Cleary swing, and a high pop fly off the bat of Kusser. Shallow center field. In comes Allen, and he's got it for the first out. Richie Cleary on the 1996 season with some impressive pitching stats, if not any impressive hitting stats. Now, actually, Cleary has had a good year at the plate, especially his last 2 or 3 weeks, but the pitching stats have been the key for Richie Cleary. He is 4-0, 3 complete games, an ERA of 3. First pitch on the way home, a ball outside to Matt O'Donnell. Senior right-hander goes into his wind, brings home the pitch. This one's popped up to the right side. This one's going to be Ryan Moon's pop fly, and he makes the catch. Moon still without an error in the 1996 season. Rams with a team ERA coming into this game of 2.47. These stats fresh off the presses. The opponent's ERA against the Rams, 5.06. Now here's Kyle Skinner. Skinner also a righty. The shortstop, and there's some height on this team. I don't know what they're feeding the boys in Minnesota, but some players on this team have a little height advantage over a few Newton Rams. First pitch low to Skinner. Kyle Skinner, the shortstop, is 6'3", 175. And we'll get to Jeff Felker, the on-deck batter, in a moment. Pitch is up high. 2 balls, no strikes. Jeff Felker, 6 feet 5 inches and 185 pounds. Wind and the pitch, curveball, catches the outside corner. That's the first strike to Kyle Skinner. Newton comes in, 16 wins, 4 losses for the season. There's a swing and a line drive to center field. On comes Allen. He's got it, 3 fly balls and 3 outs for the Gales of Mount St. Joseph High School here in the first. Nothing doing as we go to the bottom half. No score from Riverside Park. Newton Ram baseball here on WGFS AM 1430.
It's spring fever at Mayfield Ace Hardware. Just check out these great prices for all your spring cleaning and gardening. Corona 21-inch hedge shears or Corona 24-inch bypass lopper, your choice, just $19.96. An Ace spring rake, $7.96. A Garden Weasel cultivator garden claw, $34.96. An Ace folding pruning saw, just $5.97. Or an Ace bypass lopper, just $19.97. It's spring fever at Mayfield Ace Hardware, your headquarters for spring cleaning and gardening. Mayfield Ace Hardware on the square in Covington.
If you're age 60 or better, Newton Federal has created benefits especially for you. Our Now Interest checking account pays current market interest on your entire checking balance, not just part of it, if you maintain a $100 balance. And we offer it to our 60-plus customers with no minimum balance requirements and no monthly maintenance fees. Talk with us today at Newton Federal Savings and Loan, FDIC insured. After all, you deserve the best.
Bottom of the first from Riverside Park at Newton High School. Welcome back to more Newton Ram baseball. It's the Rams and the Mount St. Joseph Gales from Minnesota. live here in Covington, Georgia. Come on by and watch your Newton Rams in action. Your lineup for the Rams against Colin McGonigal and the Gales of Mount St. Joseph. Matt Easterday starts off as the shortstop. Ryan Moon is at second base, batting second. Luke Allen in center field hits third. Chris Middlebrooks, the catcher, bats fourth. And Richie Cleary, who is on the mound, hits fifth. Stephen Hires, for the second straight game, bats sixth. Jason Lunsford, DHing for Britt Mask, is in the number 7 spot. Interesting that yesterday when Lunsford pitched, they DH'd for him, but he is DHing today. Doyle Baker, the third baseman, and Jarvis Johnson, the left fielder, are the last two batters in the order for the Rams. Now, the Gales look like this defensively. Around the infield, it's Felker at third base, Skinner at short, Daniel Rosewag and Mark Texera on the right side. Around the outfield, it's Michael Kuser in left, Brandon Mahoney in center, Matt O'Donnell in right, and Matt Martin catches Colin McGonigal, a hard-throwing right-hander. Looked impressive in the warm-up tosses. Easterday first man up there. Wine first pitch to him. Fastball strike called outside corner. Easterday coming in at 321. 3 homers for him now, 6 runs driven in. Some power out of the leadoff spot. Wind and pitch in the dirt outside. 2 fastballs and keeping the ball outside against the leadoff man Easterday. As a team, the Rams stand at 292, and with a couple of good hitting affairs these next few games, you could see a team batting average of over 300. Very impressive. Easterday swings, drives one deep to center field. Mahoney goes back, and for the second straight day, Matt Easterday has led off the game with a home run. Matt Easterday has caught on fire here at Riverside Park the last 2 days. He was 2 for 3 yesterday. First man up for the Rams Friday against Winder Barrow. Took the ball out of the ballpark, and today Easterday does the same. It's 1-0 Rams. For Easterday, his 4th home run of the year, his 7th run driven in. How about that? 2 games in a row, Matt Easterday takes the ball out of the park, and that one was almost a carbon copy of his home run yesterday. His homer against Winder Barrow was a little more toward right center. In fact, that looked a lot like Stephen Hires' shot right over the 360 sign in center field. Moon takes the first pitch for strike 1. Ryan Moon, the Rams' leading hitter among the regulars. He's at 388. 9 runs driven in. Swings, chops one foul at the plate. 0-2. Moon had a streak snapped yesterday. He was 0 for 3, did not reach base at all, and he had reached base in every game since the South Metro tournament. Last time he did not reach base before yesterday was against Salem on the 16th of March. 0-2 pitch outside with the fastball. That Salem game, of course, called in the 5th inning, and since then he had reached base at least once every time. Moon takes a pitch low and inside, 2-2. Close pitch. Nice job from Moon taking that one. Ryan Moon, with this at-bat, will have 50 for the year. He'll be the 4th Newton Ram with 50 at-bats. Inside, ball 3. Check that. Perhaps he'll draw the base on balls here and not have 50 official at-bats. If he does, though, he will join Matt Easterday, Stephen Hires, and Richie Cleary as the Rams with 50 official at-bats. A couple of people right behind him, Luke Allen and Doyle Baker, both with 47. Wind and pitch low, ball 4. So Moon does not get his 50th at bat. Instead, he gets his 13th walk of the year. Ryan Moon's on-base percentage is over 600 for the year. Not bad from a number 2 hitter, and he has certainly done the job. And Easterday, out of the 1 hole, has an on-base percentage of 571. Got pitching on my mind this afternoon here. Luke Allen steps to the plate, swings at the first pitch, fouls it off. Allen at 319 with a home run. He leads the team also at RBI with 20. The man who's second to him, Chris Middlebrooks, swings a bat on the on-deck circle. Allen, the first lefty that has seen Colin McGonigal, he goes to first, where Moon is back. Ryan Moon has stolen 6 bases this year. He's been caught 3 times. No Rams are in double figures in stolen bases. Stephen Hires leads the team with 9. Pitch to Allen in the dirt inside. 61 team stolen bases, so plenty of attempts for the Rams. In fact, they've attempted 88 stolen bases, only been caught 27 times. Wind and pitch. Allen checks his swing, made solid contact, but fouled it off to the left. Allen trying to stop his swing and placed the bat perfectly on the ball. Jarvis Johnson, Matt Easterday, and Luke Allen each have 7 stolen bases for the Rams. Ryan Moon has 6. And Hires, as we mentioned, with 9, leads the team. The team has not made an error in their last several games, as a matter of fact. No errors against Winder Friday or Shiloh on Wednesday. They did make 1 error. That was Doyle Baker's against Brookwood Monday. Allen's swing stays alive as he fouls it back. 3 impressive games for the Rams this week should help them in the standings. They're number 7 in the state right now in Quad A. And I have a feeling you'll see the team move up. They beat 3 tough sub-region opponents. Allen checking his swing. He did not go around. Pitch gets past the catcher, Matt Martin. Moving up is Moon. That's a wild pitch. And so Moon is now in scoring position with no one out. Rams with the early 1-0 lead. Matt Easterday welcoming Colin McGonigal to Riverside Park by taking one about 370 feet. The wind is blowing out that way too, so that may not be the last of those you see today. McGonigal takes a look in at Matt Martin and brings the next one home. Allen swinging, bouncing a 2-hopper to the first baseman Texiera. He tries to feed the pitcher but cannot. It's past him and into the dugout. Moon will score, and moving up to second base is Allen. So an early 2-0 lead here by the Rams. That would have been a tough play to retire Moon at first base, so we're going to, or retire Allen, at first base, so we'll give him credit for the base hit. And then the error on the first baseman. Texiera kind of jammed his pitcher with the throw. It was in very close to his body, about 6 inches away, and that's a tough spot to catch especially if you're running toward first base, and that's what happened there. So a single and an error on the first baseman allows Moon to come across. Allen takes a strike, 0-1. Check it, it's Chris Middlebrooks. I'm a man behind in my batting order here. Middlebrooks, 295 for the year, 2 homers, 17 runs driven in. Luke Allen is the runner at second base. Pitch to Middlebrooks, swinging at the off speed. It was breaking down and in. So it's a ball and a strike to him. On deck is Richie Cleary. Cleary an RBI single yesterday. Has his average close to 300. A lot of Rams in this lineup are close to 300. That pitch gets away from Matt Martin. That'll allow Luke Allen to move up to third base. Another wild pitch. Martin was in front of that, but it bounced in front of the sophomore catcher. And so a runner at third. 2-0 and still no one out. Five Rams on this team have double figures in runs driven in. We'll get to that in just a moment. McGonigal goes to the windup with the runner at third. He brings it home. Middlebrooks swinging, fouling one right behind us. So a 1-ball, 2-strike count to the Ram catcher. The Gales play 7 seniors. The only 2 that are not in 12th grade, Matt Martin, a sophomore catcher, and Mark Texiera, the sophomore first baseman. McGonigal winds, brings it home. It's low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rams cracked the 100 RBI mark as a team for the year. The 5 Rams that are in double figures, Allen with 20, Middlebrooks 17. Stephen Hires has 13. Wind and the pitch, swung on and drilled to left field, but a foul ball by about 5 feet. But that ball hit right on the nose from Middlebrooks, turned on that pitch as it was inside. Lane Floyd and Richie Cleary, the other 2, who have cracked the 10 RBI mark. Ryan Moon is very close with 9, so we'll see him break that, I'm sure, in the near future. This game, of course, does not count for the sub-region standings for the Rams. It counts, of course, for the overall record. And if the Rams can win today, they'll be 17-4. There's a swing and a grounder towards short. Kyle Skinner makes the clean play. The infield was playing back, so they give up the run, but they get the first out. 3-0 Rams. Middlebrooks with the RBI on the ground out gives him 18 runs driven in now for the year. Next sub-region game for the Rams will be Monday. They'll be at Rockdale High School. Scheduled to be a 7 o'clock start, but the cold weather that may be coming in by Monday might move that game up a little bit. We'll, of course, let you know if that happens. Richie Cleary digs in, taking the first pitch, a curveball outside. McGonigal has a good fastball. If he tries to come inside, you might see something happen here. That was a fastball and missed outside, so 2-0. And Cleary is in the driver's seat, and you might see something big happen here if they bring a fastball inside. That's the pitch that Cleary loves to hit, the pitch. That was outside and low. Actually a called strike at the knees. Delayed call there. 2-1. One down, the Rams with 3 early runs. McGonigal winds and delivers, and that one swung on and hit hard to center field. It'll stay in the park, though. Mahoney is out there. A few feet shy of the track, he's got it. Cleary just couldn't get quite enough muscle into that one. They came into his wheelhouse with a fastball. He hit it hard, but got under it just a little bit too much. Now here's Stephen Hires. Hires a .240 hitter for the year. Hit his first home run yesterday against Winder Barrow. A special moment for him. Wind and the pitch. That's a strike on the breaking ball first pitch. Hires had been struggling in the number 3 spot, and that was a big boost for his confidence, hitting that home run out of the number 6 spot. Hires taking a pitch high and outside. Hires had one other hit in yesterday's game, a single. He was stranded at third base. McGonigal brings home the 1-1. It's outside, ball 2. The Rams only left 2 runners on base against Winder yesterday, where the Winder Barrow Bulldogs left 11 in that game. Rams were out hit, but they won the game. Wind and the pitch, fastball inside. So Hires can look for one to drive here. It is 3-1. The Rams were out hit both Wednesday and Friday, but picked up 2 wins as the 3-1 is inside, ball 4. Hires at first base here with 2 down, and the first inning rally for the Rams continues. Here's Jason Lunsford, the DH. Lunsford, 000 for the batting average so far this year, so I'm sure he'd like to have his first base hit of 1996. But on Wednesday against Shiloh, the Rams were out hit 11-10, yet they won a game by 6 runs there. 8 errors from the Generals played a big part in that, and then the Winder Barrow Bulldogs out hit the Rams 11-7. But the Rams still won that game. Pitch is high, runner goes for second base, and he is in there. A stolen base for Stephen Hires, so the first Ram to crack double figures in stolen bases is the first baseman Hires. He has 10 for the year. And he's in scoring position now with 2 down. Matt Martin flashing signals to Colin McGonigal, who takes a look at that runner at second base and then brings home the off-speed pitch. Lunsford taking it outside. 3 runs on 2 hits. Easterday's home run started this thing off. Luke Allen with a single as well. Doyle Baker stands on deck. Baker at 298 trying to crack the 300 mark with a good performance today. There's a swing and a miss from Lunsford. Make it 2-1. Lunsford in 3 at-bats has 1 strikeout, 1 fly out, and 1 ground out. So he's kind of spread things around. Takes a pitch outside, so another 3-ball count, and all of a sudden, Colin McGonigal losing his control here, and Matt Martin is going to go out and have a talk with him. Matt Martin, a sophomore, but is not lacking in the size category, folks. He is 5'10" and 185 pounds, and the Gales have a man on their bench who is 5'8" and 202. That's Andrew Maggio. If we see him later on, I think he was a catcher. He was at that position during infield practice. Lunsford, a lefty pitcher but a righty batter, awaits and takes the fastball down low. That's the 3rd ball. It's now 3-1 to Lunsford. Scoreboard had read 3 balls earlier. 3-1, 2 down here. We're in the bottom of the first. Pitch on the way. Lunsford swings and misses. The strikeout for him, and that's it for the Rams here in the bottom half of the first. 3 runs, though, for the Rams. All 3 of those earned. They came on a total of 2 base hits, and the Newton Rams left 1 man on base. So we played 1 inning, and the Rams with the early 3-0 lead over the Gales of Mount St. Joseph High School in St. Paul, Minnesota. Newton Ram baseball on WGFS AM 1430.
At Coast to Coast Home and Auto, we believe when you buy a new lawnmower, it should come with no strings attached. That's why Coast to Coast Home and Auto is proud to offer a complete line of Toro Super Recycler mowers. The exclusive Toro 5-year total coverage warranty guarantees that if anything goes wrong with a Toro within 5 years of normal use, Toro will fix it free. No strings attached. Even failure due to normal wear and tear is included. No other manufacturer makes that claim. Coast to Coast Home and Auto also wants you to know that Toro Super Recycler mowers equipped with Toro GTS engines are guaranteed to start on the first or second pull for 5 years, or Toro will fix them free. No strings attached. If you really think about it, it only makes sense. The best mowers should have the best warranty. So come see us at Coast to Coast Home and Auto for warranty details. We have a great selection of new Toro Super Recycler mowers, each with a Toro total coverage warranty and no strings attached.
We head to the second inning from Riverside Park and Newton High School with the Rams leading the Gales of Mount St. Joseph by a score of 3-0. Jeff Felker times here against Richie Cleary. They've had some hard-hit balls. 3 fly ball outs in the first. So with the runner at second, here's Texera. Texera, big left-handed batter. 6'2", 190 pounds. Says here he's a switch hitter. There's a swing at a 2-hopper. First base coach almost making the play down there. Bobbled it for just a moment. The Mount St. Joseph head coach and assistant coaches don't wear the normal attire as Joe Brassfield and his assistants wear. Brassfield has his own jersey number, 27. Fake throw to second base. Felker goes back in. The attire of these coaches is very similar to what you might see a football coach wear. There's a swing and a pop fly. Left side, Easterday goes out. And in short left, almost stumbled, but made the catch. An F6 in your scorebook, and a scary moment there for Easterday as that ball jumped at the last second behind him, and excuse me, he almost tripped there. Let's pause for station identification. You're listening to Newton Ram Baseball.
Tradition and excellence since 1946. That's WGFS, AM 1430, Covington.
Brandon Mahoney takes a pitch for strike 1 against Richie Cleary. Ram broadcast here on WGFS, bringing you all the Newton Ram action, including Monday at Rockdale High School and Friday back here at Riverside Park, the final regular season home game of the year against the Parkview Panthers. Swinging a 2-hopper toward the second baseman. Ryan Moon making a good stop out by the second base bag. Retires Mahoney. Felker moving up to third base on the play, but credit Ryan Moon going behind the second base bag to make that stop. So with 2 down, Cleary will concentrate on retiring the catcher here, Matt Martin. Matt's got that stocky catcher's build. That's from the right-hand side. Takes the first pitch, a curveball for a strike. It's got to be a special treat for the Mount St. Joseph High School team to come down here to Georgia and play some good high school baseball down here. Get out of that cold weather, too. Fastball swung on and bounced out in front of the plate. It'll be Cleary's ball. He's got it, and his throw is in time. That's all for the Gales. They have a run, or 1 hit, excuse me, but they leave that man at third base after that leadoff double from Felker. So no runs and no Ram errors in that inning as well. Head to the bottom half of the second, 3-0. Rams lead the Mount St. Joseph Gales. Ram baseball on WGFS AM 1430.
The cellular phone business has become extremely competitive, and it's not unusual to see ads offering free cell phones. What gets the consumer's attention these days is an affordable rate plan. Well, if that's what you're waiting for, then listen up. Right now at East Metro Communications, you can get a free cell phone, no connect fee, and cellular service for $14 per month. And that includes 20 minutes of off-peak airtime. That's right, I said $14 and 20 minutes free off-peak airtime. This offer expires April 30th. So go by East Metro Communications, this area's oldest authorized agent for AirTouch Cellular. They're located a quarter-mile east of Newton General on Highway 278, or give them a call at 786-6796.
Certain restrictions apply, cannot be combined with any other offer.
The Bank of Covington offers full-service banking and convenient locations, and you can find what you want in a checking account, savings plan, simple interest loan, and 24-hour automatic banking that gives you access to over 8,000 ATMs throughout the Southeast and the USA. Just what you would expect from a leading financial institution. The Bank of Covington, member FDIC, an equal opportunity lender.
And welcome back. Bottom half of the second inning from Riverside Park. Kevin Holden bringing you play-by-play action of the Newton Rams and the Mount St. Joseph Gales. Doyle Baker starts it off for the Rams here, taking one inside from Colin McGonigal. After Baker, it's Jarvis Johnson, and then back to the top of the order, and Matt Easterday, who put a charge into one his first time up. Baker check swing over toward the right side and played cleanly on one hop by the Ram first base coach, Don Shepard. Nice job over there. Following in the footsteps of Derek Coggin as the fine fielding first base coach. Baker swings and grounds one toward short. Skinner's got it, gloves and fires, and they got Doyle Baker at first base, 6-3 in the scorebook. That's the first out. And now here's Jarvis Johnson. Johnson coming in at 380.
Nice play by Kyle Skinner.
No homers, 6 runs driven in for Jarvis Johnson. The 380 batting average, the second highest among Rams with 30 or more at-bats. Johnson takes one inside. But Jarvis has not been an everyday player for the Rams this year. So if you had a qualifying for a batting title of sorts with this Rams team, as Johnson takes another one high, he wouldn't be able to qualify, as the Rams have played 18 games, yet he's had only 30 at-bats. Wind and the pitch. That's a strike called on the outside corner. It's 2-1. Johnson, a left-handed batter. McGonigal winds and delivers. Johnson swinging, popping one up high toward left field. A bad jump by the left fielder, but he recovers and makes a diving catch. Michael Kusser was completely lost as to where that ball was. He was standing at his normal left field position, and that ball was in shallow left center. And he recovered at the last second and used good speed to make the catch. So that's the second out. Here's Easterday.
Stepping into the Rams, number 8, Matt Easterday.
Drove one about 365 feet to start the Ram part of this game. And that one left the yard. McGonigal's wind and delivery low. So Matt Easterday doubles his home run output for the year in just 2 games. He had 2 going into yesterday, and has picked up 2 in the last couple of games. Swinging a hard liner, base hit right field. Easterday continuing to hit the ball very well. He has been on a streak for quite a while now. 2 for 3 against the Winder Barrow Bulldogs, and before that, reached base 4 times in 5 trips to the plate against the Shiloh Generals, and he was 3 for 4 against Brookwood on Monday. So the hot hitting continues far on back for Matt Easterday. 3 hits the last time the Rams played the Parkview Panthers. More about that game coming up Friday in just a moment. The stretch runner going with the pitch. Outside fastball, throw to second base. Safe at second base is Easterday. Second stolen base for the Rams. Easterday got a good jump there. And the catcher, Matt Martin, didn't make a bad throw to second base. It was a little high, though, and a little bit to the first base side of the bag. And so that's how Easterday was able to slide in. And for Matt, that is his 8th stolen base. Rams right now on top of the region standings in 8 Quad A South with an 8-1 sub-region record. 16-4 overall. McGonigal's wind and pitch is low. Parkview also has 1 loss in the sub-region. Of course, that was to the Rams, and so the Rams have a tiebreaker edge over Parkview. And those two teams will meet up again Friday here at Riverside Park. High and tight. Ball 2 to Ryan Moon. If you catch any game this year at Riverside Park, do come to the Newton Rams and Parkview Panthers. I guarantee you, you will not be disappointed. You're talking about two of the most fundamentally skilled high school baseball teams you will see. That's going to be one of the best games of the year. Pitch is up high, snap throw back to second base, and Easterday was sliding back in. That ball might have gone into center field, except he slid right into the ball, Easterday did, and so it stayed in front of him and the shortstop, Kyle Skinner. So staying put at second base is Easterday, but Matt Martin showing the Ram runner at second that he's thinking about him out there. 2 outs, Ryan Moon swings, grounds one hard. First baseman, a nice sliding stop. He's going to try to feed his pitcher. That could have been a dangerous play, but it's in time, and Moon is retired. The first baseman, Texero, was sliding around there on the dirt, in the infield dirt, and as he was feeding Colin McGonigal, fed him about a step ahead of Ryan Moon, but he reached the bag in time. No runs, 1 hit. They left a runner at second base. We played 2 full innings. Your score is 3-0. Rams lead the Mount St. Joseph Gales. Newton Ram Baseball, live on WGFS, AM 1430.
Did you know that termites cause more damage to homes annually than fires, floods, and natural disasters combined? To protect your home from termites and other pests, call Cleary Exterminating, 786-4937. They'll send them packing. Termites and beetles, fleas, rats and mice, roaches and ants. Commercial or residential, we can help get rid of what bugs you. Call Cleary Exterminating on Highway 278 in Covington, 786-4937. At Cleary Exterminating, we make mouse calls.
At Hardy's Floor Covering and Supplies, we've got you covered. With vinyl, wallpaper, carpet, wood, parquet, VCT tile, interior design service, carpet cleaning service, and blinds. They're the largest and most complete carpet store serving Newton, Rockdale, and Morgan counties, Lake Oconee, and surrounding areas. They specialize in residential and commercial flooring. Their professional carpet consultants and interior designer will bring samples to your home, take measurements, and quote you a price all in one visit. Call them, Hardy's Floor Covering and Supplies, 786-9245, 786-9245, or in Madison, 342-3869. 342-3869. Hardy's Floor Covering and Supplies.
And we're back from Riverside Park at Newton High School. First pitch high to Matt Gribben, and the second pitch is on the way, and that's a curveball for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gribben will be followed by Daniel Rosewag and Michael Kuser. The Mount St. Joseph Gales from St. Paul, Minnesota, visiting Georgia today, taking on the Rams. There's a swing and a miss from Gribben. Middlebrooks gives the sign. Richie Cleary in the second inning of work delivers, and that one's drilled down the third base line and just past the reach of Doyle Baker into left. Rounding first and thinking about heading for second was Gribben, but he decided to stay put. So it's a base hit for Matt Gribben, the second hit for the Gales this afternoon. And here's Rosewag. Daniel Rosewag, a diminutive second baseman, stands at 5'9" and 160 pounds. And as we were watching this team take warm-ups, there's a junior second baseman named Jason Funk who stands all of 5'4" and 130 pounds. Throw to first base, and Gribben is back in. People of all shapes and sizes on this Gales team. There's a swing and a liner to right field past Moon. That's a hit. This Gales team can certainly hit the ball well, and Daniel Rosewag picks up the base hit. Third hit for the Gales team. And so back to the top of the order now, and Michael Kuser. Kuser flied out to center field. Allen making the catch. That was back in the first. Cleary is yet to strike out a batter here, but he's yet to walk a batter, showing he's a true pitcher. Comes to the belt and brings home the first one. Strike called outside corner. Cleary's first on this team with 44 strikeouts, and you would never guess who's second. You would think possibly Luke Allen, but that's not the case. It's Jason Lunsford who has 20 strikeouts. That pitch outside, ball 2. This Mount St. Joseph dugout is screaming things right now at the base runners and Richie Cleary, and I think they broke a smile on his face for a moment there. 2-0, missing just a little bit low with the off-speed. Cleary wanted that call. So 3 balls, no strikes to Cooser. The Mount St. Joseph dugout is making a lot of people laugh here. Stretch and pitch inside the fastball, nearly hit him. Taking his lead away from second is Matt Gribben, and at first, Daniel Rosewag. Stretch and pitch, swung on and bounced up the middle, could be 2. Easterday, backhand feed to Moon for 1, on to first, double play. For a high school team, the Rams can turn the double play very well, and Matt Easterday gave a great feed to his second baseman there. He was behind the second base bag to make that play and had the backhand feed, and Moon made the play perfectly, and a great pivot at second base by Moon. 6-4-3 goes the double play, silencing the Gales dugout and putting Matt Gribben at third base here, but with 2 down. So what could have been a big rally won't be much of anything if the Gales can't pick up at least one more base runner, and Matt O'Donnell is the next man up here for Mount St. Joseph. He flied out to Ryan Moon last time. The wind and Cleary's delivery, low and outside. The Gales wear purple and white, very similar to the Purple Hurricanes of Monroe Area High School, if you've seen them play. Colors are almost the same. That one is a strike around the inside part. O'Donnell didn't think so. Gave a look back to the home plate umpire for just a second. A ball and a strike count on him. Cleary winds and brings home the 1-1, and that's a fastball that missed just a tad low. Wind continues to blow out, and we want to remind you that the bottom half of the 5th inning is the Hard Luck Cafe wing ding inning. There's a pitch up high. Ball 3. The wing ding inning could give 100 hot wings to somebody, courtesy of the Hard Luck Cafe. If you're one of the contestants, listen for your name to be drawn in the 5th. Swinging a bouncer, third base side, going to be a tough play for Baker. Bounces out of the mid. And so all hands are safe, and Mount St. Joseph comes across with their first run of the game. Gribben scoring, O'Donnell reaches first base. Hit that high chopper over on the third base side, and Baker had kind of a tough play, but looked up before he had the ball. It bounced in the heel of his mid and then bounced out. So O'Donnell's safe at first. They go to first, and a close play there, but O'Donnell just gets back. Some of the Ram faithful right below us thought that perhaps Matt O'Donnell should have been called out there. That call probably could have gone either way. Once again, they go back. This time, not as close. Rams will have the meat of the order due up in the 3rd. The home run production from this team is up, so maybe we will have a winner in that wing ding inning. Strike called outside corner. Cleary is throwing the curveball for strikes very well today. That's the pitch that he's doing the best with right now. His fastball has been a little spotty, but the curveball he's had no problems with. Another throw to first base, and O'Donnell once again is back. 3 more regular season games after this one. Another swing from Skinner and a bouncer over by Joe Brassfield, who made that play cleanly. So even the coach is getting into the act here with the clean fielding. The 3 remaining games after this one, Rockdale on Monday, and then, of course, the Parkview game that we've mentioned so much about here on Friday. 6 days from today, another throw over, and O'Donnell is back in. And then the final regular season game is on the 22nd, a Monday, and that'll be against the Berkmar Patriots at Berkmar. Runners going with the pitch, swung on and missed. Middlebrooks throw a one-hopper to second base, and it's past Ryan Moon, so the stolen base for O'Donnell. Looked like a hit-and-run play that failed, but fortunately for the Newton Rams, fortunately for the Gales, I should say, runners at second base, and I'm looking out at the field right now because the Rams had walked off the field. Didn't understand exactly what had happened. Standing at first base is Kyle Skinner. Perhaps they ruled that the pitch hit him. I was absolutely confused with what I saw. The home plate umpire had ruled the batter out, and the Rams had literally come off the field. All of them were off the field and in the dugout, and now they're ruling Kyle Skinner is at first base. So perhaps they're saying the pitch hit him. We're not sure. Either way, though, they're first and second here with 2 down. The joys of non-sub-region baseball. Every once in a while you get some crazy things happening. Here's Jeff Felker. Felker drove one hard to left center for a double last time. Pitches in the dirt, but Middlebrooks keeps it in front. Nice job from the senior catcher there, keeping O'Donnell and Skinner at their respective bases, second and first. O'Donnell is at second. He reached on the air. Skinner is at first. We have no idea how. 2 down. Stretch and pitch. It's in the dirt. It's past Middlebrooks. And the runners are going to move up on that one. A wild pitch. Puts him at second and third with 2 down. That pitch about a 58-footer and got away from Middlebrooks far enough for both runners to advance. Wind and the pitch. Swung on and bounced toward Hires at first. He's got it. Steps on the bag for out number 3. And so the Rams hold Mount St. Joseph to 1 run here on 2 base hits. And the Gales left 2 men on base. After 2.5 innings of play, your score is 3-1. The Newton Rams lead. Ram baseball here on WGFS AM 1430.
It's spring fever at Mayfield Ace Hardware. Just check out these great prices for all your spring cleaning and gardening. Corona 21-inch head shears or Corona 24-inch bypass lopper, your choice, just $19.96. An Ace spring rake, $7.96. A Garden Weasel cultivator garden claw, $34.96. An Ace folding pruning saw, just $5.97. Or an Ace bypass lopper, just $19.97. It's spring fever at Mayfield Ace Hardware, your headquarters for spring cleaning and gardening. Mayfield Ace Hardware on the square in Covington.
Aside from choosing the right home, it's important to choose the right mortgage loan. At Newton Federal Savings and Loan, we're putting today's low rates together with prompt hometown service in offering special construction perm loans with one-time closing, conventional and balloon mortgages, and more. And servicing of your loan remains right here, too. Newton Federal Savings and Loan, 3175 Highway 278, Covington. FDIC insured and equal housing lender.
They are baseball names that you've come to know and love. Jones, McGriff, Justice, Maddox, Glavin. Join them and the entire cast of the 1996 Atlanta Braves right here on your sports leader, WGFS AM 1430. We'll be bringing you broadcasts of the Braves throughout the 1996 season and into the playoffs. The Braves on WGFS, brought to you by the Crow's Nest, Steele Jones Insurance Agency, and Pippin's Barbecue. 1996's Braves on WGFS.
Newton Ram Baseball live on WGFS AM 1430. Luke Allen swinging and missing at the first 2 offerings from Colin McGonigal. No balls, 2 strikes. Allen's followed by Chris Middlebrooks and Richie Cleary. The meat of the Newton Rams order, and they lead by 2 right now. Allen takes one a little low. Rams with 3 base hits. Allen has one of those. That was a single, advancing Ryan Moon to third, and then on an error, he ended up scoring. Allen swings and foul, tips one. So a ball and 2 strikes to him. Talking about the sub-region standings and the chances to make the region tournament, the Rams are pretty much assured a spot in that region tournament. The question now is what seed will they have, and that, of course, will depend on their performance in the last 3 games. Allen swings and fouls another one off. Still a Luke Allen, a left-handed batter, is a tough one to throw out, but credit Kyle Skinner with going in the hole and making a very good play. On a slower base runner, he would have had it. So another single from Luke Allen of the infield variety, but he'll take it nonetheless. And here's Middlebrooks, a ground out his first time. He'll need a good performance today to raise his average up over 300. A couple of Rams are on the fringe. Doyle Baker, who was out his first time, came into the game at 298, and Middlebrooks came in at 295. So these Rams are ones we'll have to watch today for their performance. Perhaps they can get back over 300 and join the 5 Ram hitters who stand there right now. Middlebrooks swings and pops one a mile high and foul off to the left, well out of play. 0-1 the count to the Ram catcher, and Middlebrooks has been getting under just about everything recently. He did ground out his first time, but has hit some very high pop flies in the last few games. Allen taking his lead away at first base. 7 stolen bases on the year for him. The pickoff throw nearly goes into right field, and Mark Texeira with a very good stop down there as that throw was into the runner, and Texeira had to reach literally in front of the runner and right down to the ground to keep that ball from going into right field. Allen is safe there. Pitch to Middlebrooks outside. If the Rams do not beat the Parkview Panthers, then going to be very tough for them to be the champions of the sub-region because Parkview only has the 1 loss. Of course, a lot of that depends on how they come out today. They have a doubleheader. Swinging a line drive towards center field. Allen was going on the pitch, and it's over the center fielder's head all the way to the wall. Rounding third is Allen. He'll score. Middlebrooks pulls in at second base. It is 4-1 in favor of the Rams. Middlebrooks put a charge into that ball in center field. That was about a 320-foot line drive. Took no time at all to get out there. So the RBI double gives Middlebrooks his second RBI of the game and puts the Rams on top by 3. And running at second base for Middlebrooks is Matt Vaughn. Eventually, I'm just going to stop saying that and know that you folks will assume that that happens every time Middlebrooks reaches base. You can run for the catcher or the pitcher at any time now in high school baseball, and they literally run for the catcher, Chris Middlebrooks, every single time. So Vaughn is at second base, running for Chris Middlebrooks. Here's Cleary. First pitch to him is a fastball outside. The Gales of Mount St. Joseph High School made the trip to Milton yesterday and here to Newton County today, and they've got to start back to school in a couple of days. Strike called outside corner. They've got a long trip home. 4-1 the Rams lead, and unfortunately that would just make that trip that much longer. Stretch in the 1-1 pitch. It was a fastball. Cleary cut at it but missed. A little bit low, 1-2. Richie Cleary looking to drive that fastball, but chased one out of the zone. Back near the back of the batter's box, in closer to the plate than he was yesterday. Runner's going with the pitch. It's inside, but Cleary swings and fouls it off, and Matt Vaughn will have to return. A ball and 2 strikes. Cleary at 268, which is something considering a few weeks ago he was under 200. 268 with 3 homers and 10 runs driven in. We were watching the Scales team during warm-ups, and they looked impressive. Swinging a pop fly from Cleary. The pitcher, McGonigal, comes in and makes the play. First out with Vaughn holding at second base. Outfielders were hitting their cutoff man properly, and the catchers were throwing well down to second base, and the infielders were throwing the ball well, so you could tell that this team was a strong team. The problem has been with the pitching. In fact, Colin McGonigal doesn't have bad stuff, but outside of the fastball, he's not been able to throw anything else for strikes, and the Rams have jumped all over him for that. Now Stephen Hires, who walked and stole a base but was stranded first time he came up. First pitch to him is in the dirt. Martin making a good stop. Vaughn thought about going to third for just a moment. Realized, though, that Martin had it and he went back. Hires the 2-for-3 performance yesterday, broke an 0-for-13 slump. And he'll be the first to tell you he's more comfortable batting number 6 than he is number 3. Swinging a high pop fly down the right side, a long run for O'Donnell near foul territory, makes the play. Vaughn is tagging, and the throw will not be made. The throw hit Kyle Skinner perfectly, but as he was turning to throw, the ball popped out of his throwing hand. So advancing on the pop fly is Vaughn. 2 down, though. Hires got under one and popped it up to right. Well hit, but just got under it. So it will be up to Lane Floyd to bring the runner home, and Floyd is batting for Jason Lunsford. You might see a lot of changes from the Rams in this game, given that it's a non-sub-region game. You might see a lot of folks who don't normally hit get the chance to do that. Not to say that Floyd doesn't normally hit as he swings and misses at the first pitch here. It's just that Floyd did not start the game as the DH, but here in the third, Brassfield making the switch. Lunsford struck out swinging in his only at-bat. Floyd, a .351 hitter, taking ball one. Does have one home run to his credit. That was at Parkview. Didn't clear the fence by much, but made it out of there. And Floyd has 10 runs driven in. Inside to him, 2-1. Lane Floyd with a unique distinction this week against the Shiloh Generals. The Rams had an 8-run outburst of an inning. And Floyd started off the inning with a single and then came back later in the inning with a double that drove in 3. So a productive inning for Lane Floyd. He swings here and fouls one back. 2-2. But Floyd had 2 runs scored and 3 runs driven in and a couple of base hits all in one inning. Sure, he wouldn't mind a few more of those. Matt Martin gives the signal to Colin McGonigal. The pitch, Floyd swings and misses. That looked like a fastball that was tailing away from him, so the DH position has been good for 2 at-bats and 2 strikeouts so far in this game. But the Rams good for a run in this inning on a pair of base hits. They leave a man at third base. That was Matt Vaughn. So we played 3 full innings. Rams on top 4-1. Ram baseball on WGFS AM 1430.
If this is the year you look seriously at a lawn and garden tractor, we invite you to look at the solid Toro Wheel Horse 260 Series tractors. They're at Coast to Coast Home and Auto. Power, performance, comfort, and styling all come together in this value-packed machine. Here's what you get. A 14 or 16 horsepower Toro Power Plus engine. A choice of 4 mowing decks ranging from 38 to 48 inches. Also available is the exclusive Toro Recycler deck that gives you a beautiful lawn without bagging. You can even till, plow, or throw snow using the unique Toro Attach-O-Matic hitch system that lets you hook up attachments easily without tools. The Toro 260 series of lawn and garden tractors. Come see us today at Coast to Coast Home and Auto. Come see the Toro 260 series of lawn and garden tractors today. Coast to Coast Home and Auto in downtown Covington.
Top half of the 4th inning, it's the Newton Rams and the Mount St. Joseph Gales from Riverside Park. Your score is 4-1 as the Rams lead. We head to the 4th. Mark Texera, Brendan Mahoney, and Matt Martin. 5, 6, and 7 spots due up against Richie Cleary. Cleary has given up 1 run. It was an unearned run on 3 hits. He has not struck out anyone, and he has not walked anyone. His first pitch, a strike to Texera. That's an odd line for Cleary with no walks or strikeouts. He had 22 walks and 44 strikeouts coming in 35 innings. Swinging a bouncer foul, right side. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Texera popped up to Matt Easterday at shortstop, had a bit of an adventure, but made the play in shallow left. The senior right-hander winds and brings it home. Swung on toward the left side, a 2-hopper. Easterday going to have to hurry, and they got him. Good throw from Matt Easterday. That ball was hit and chopped right in front of the plate and very high in the air. It's odd because usually choppers don't go very far, but Easterday only ran in a step or 2 on that chopper. It was a good 100 feet or more out there, and he made the play cleanly, so 1 down. Once again, we want to tell you that the bottom half of inning number 5 is someone's chance to pick up 100 hot wings in the wing-ding inning. If you're not a contestant in that bottom half of that inning, we'll tell you how. Cleary's off speed misses inside to Brendan Mahoney. Mahoney grounded out to second, his first time up there. Swings foul, tips one. Count runs back even at 1-1. Newton still has a chance for 20 wins during the regular season, which could be a first for this Newton Ram team. I don't know if that's ever been done before. There's a swing and a miss, making it 1-2. As we mentioned before, there was a team 2 years ago here at Newton that made it to the state's Final Four, and they only won 17 or 18 during the regular season. Wind and the pitch, swung on and missed. Middlebrooks drops it. He'll have to throw to first base, but they get the strikeout. And there is Richie Cleary's first strikeout with the second out here in the fourth. And again, since his fastball is not at its best and his off-speed and his curveball are at his best, he's going to be a little more of a control pitcher than he would normally be. 2 down for Matt Martin. Martin bounced back to the mound. He takes the first pitch inside and a little bit low. Talking about the region tournament, it looks as if the Berkmar Patriots have snuck up on everyone and might get that number 3 seed in the tournament. 1-0 pitch hits Matt Martin. He was looking for a fastball, got a fastball that tailed in on him. And as he was diving in to swing at that pitch, had to come back just a little bit. Pinch runner at first base for him. That is Jason Funk. Funk 5'4", 130 pounds, pinch running at first base. After Martin was hit by a pitch. Throw over to first base and Funk is back. 3 left-handed batters on this entire Mount St. Joseph team. Felker is one of them. O'Connor is one of them. He's not in the starting lineup, and Teixeira is also one. Swinging a one-hopper to Doyle Baker. He goes to Moon at second base, and they get the force play there, 5-4. And that'll do it for the Gales. No runs, no hits. They left 1 man on base. No errors from the Newton Rams. So we have played 3.5 innings. We are halfway home with your score 4-1. The Newton Rams leading the Mount St. Joseph Gales from St. Paul, Minnesota. Ram baseball on WGFS AM 1430.
The cellular.
That delivery as it was about 2 feet outside. Stretch, runner going, 2-2, bounced back up the middle. Skinner has to cut across. He'll throw out Johnson at first base, but Baker advancing. It is 6-3. Skinner to Teixeira. Johnson is out, but it allows the man to go to third base. So having the runner going on that play might have helped out because that ball was hit right in front of second base, and if Baker was staying put, there's no way he would have advanced. So actually having Baker going on that play was very important to him advancing that base. We'll see if it leads to a Ram run. Here's Matt Easterday. Easterday is on fire right now. 4 out of his last 5 with 2 homers. He stands in, swings at the first one, thought about his 3rd homer. But he came up short. It's 0-1. High fastball, about shoulder level. Rams with 6 base hits already. We're in the 4th. Wind and the pitch. Inside, looked like an off-speed delivery. It's a ball and a strike. Easterday thought about going after that. That's a tough pitch for a right-hander to lay off. Starts around the inside corner, then breaks in. Tough to hit. Swinging a high pop fly from Easterday. O'Donnell is out there. Going to make the catch. Tagging at third base is Baker. The throw will not be made. Doyle Baker comes across. An RBI pop fly from Matt Easterday. So when you're hot, you're hot. Nothing can go wrong for Matt Easterday right now. Even when he flies out to right field, he picks up the RBI, and that's a sacrifice fly. Putting the Rams on top by 4. So with it 5-1, 2 out and the bases empty. Here's Ryan Moon, who's 0 for 1. He walked and scored in the first. First pitch from McGonigal to Moon is outside and low. Moon, a .388 hitter for the season coming into this game. Wind and the pitch. Strike called at the knees. Moon is not the extra base hit type of hitter. In fact, he has only 1 out of his 19 hits that have been for extra bases. That was a double. He swings, bounces one to the third base side. Big Jeff Felker comes across and makes a strong throw to first base. The 6'5" Felker, a good fielding third baseman. Watch for him perhaps in the future. 5-3, Moon is retired. Rams pick up a run on the Easterday double, the ground out and the sacrifice fly. We head to the 5th with your score 5-1. The Newton Rams lead the Mount St. Joseph Gales. Newton Ram baseball on WGFS AM 1430.
Hardy's Floor Covering and Supplies.
9-1-2 positions due up for the Mount St. Joseph Gales. They are visiting from St. Paul, Minnesota, and the Rams not playing very gracious hosts. They lead 5-1 as we go to the 5th. Richie Cleary winds his first pitch, fastball high. Daniel Rosewag 1 for 1, singling in the 3rd, followed by Michael Kuser and Matt O'Donnell. Rosewag, the second baseman, awaiting the 1-0 offering, also high, this time the curveball. Cleary in 4 innings has struck out only 1 and has not walked a batter, and has not allowed an earned run, so that ERA should drop. His ERA at 3, and the Rams so good this year that is nowhere near the best ERA on the team. 2-0, misses low with the fastball, so a crippled pitch is due. A 3-0 count here to Daniel Rosewag. Middlebrooks sign, wide from Cleary, and the pitch inside, ball 4. In fact, it tailed in, and Rosewag had to dig deep and go way away from the pitch to keep it from hitting him. And Joe Brassfield comes out a couple of steps and gives some instructions to his infield. So the first walk for Richie Cleary. His ERA of 3 is 4th on this Newton Ram team, behind Lunsford, Easterday, and Allen. Throw to first base, a close play, but Rosewag diving in under the tag of Hires. Lunsford at 1.16. His ERA went up. He allowed 2 earned runs yesterday, and his ERA rose from 0.95, so it's not under a run a game anymore. First pitch to Michael Kuser outside with the curveball. Easterday at 1.24. Another throwback, and that time very close. Rosewag had a step towards second base. But he is back in. And Luke Allen is at 230. That actually should drop once we figure in the game against Troup County, which will finally be in the stat book in a couple of days. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Rams traveled to Troup County to play that doubleheader, and those stats have not yet been included in our official stat sheet here, and it's been a long time, yet those stats still are not in there, but that will change in the near future as we will get the official scoring from both those games and be able to put those in. Stretch. The curveball curves in and catches the inside corner. A great pitch from Cleary. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Michael Kuser. The Gales leadoff man takes a swing at 1 and grounds it toward short. They're going to go to second. It's past Ryan Moon. They had the force play, but Easterday's throw was wild toward the right field side of second base, and Moon couldn't hang on to it. Kuser will reach on a fielder's choice because he would have reached regardless of the error. But the error will be charged to Easterday, and that'll allow that runner to be safe at second base. Would have been a tough play regardless, but a good throw would have had Daniel Rosewag. That'll get the Rams in a conference on the pitcher's mound. They face Matt O'Donnell here, who's 0 for 2. The 3 base hits from Mount St. Joseph have come, 1 from the cleanup batter, which you'd expect, and then the other 2 from the numbers 8 and 9 batters in the order. In fact, Matt Gribben and Daniel Rosewag have reached base every time they've been up there. 2 singles, a walk, and someone who reached on a fielder's choice. Rosewag at second, Kuser at first. No one out. There's a curveball strike with the first pitch to O'Donnell. Cleary has to go to that curveball on the first pitch. It's working that well for him today. Fastball missing inside. 1-1. Looks like Cleary's fastball has good velocity to it, but he's having trouble controlling that pitch today. Runners take their leads. A 1-1. The curveball popped up shallow right center field. Allen is going to come in a few steps and make the play. Runners will not tag. The fly ball was not deep enough for any of them to advance. 1 down. Other ERAs on this team, Ryan Lee is at an even 3.00, allowing 2 earned runs in 4 2/3 innings. Ryan Moon at 3.97. The game against Rockdale gave his ERA a little bit of a boost in the wrong direction. I say the wrong direction, it gave it an upward rise. His ERA was down in the 2 area before that game against Rockdale. Gave up 6 runs to them. Josh Henderson Cleary the curveball coming in high. Skinner thought about bunting for a moment, or at least showed it, then pulled it back. Rosewag and Kusser lead away. This pitch is swung on and hit high and shallow right field. Going to be a tough play. Ryan Moon, jumping away from the infield, makes the play. And that's the second out. And Ryan Moon had to take charge there because Britt Mask, who's not normally used to playing right field, didn't take charge on that play. Probably was Mask's ball, but he didn't call for it. And Ryan Moon at the last second had to literally leap at the ball with his back to the infield. Credit Ryan Moon for the continued good play. That's 2 down. Rams with 2 errors so far in this game, and could have been 3 there. First pitch to Jeff Felker is a strike on the inside corner. They, before that, those 2 errors today, had not made an error since the Brookwood game. That was back on Monday. Played about 20 consecutive innings of errorless baseball. Stretch and pitch, that one missing outside. Evens the count, a ball and a strike. Due up for the Rams in the wing-ding inning, Luke Allen, Chris Middlebrooks, Richie Cleary. We might actually see 100 hot wings go to somebody today. Stretch and pitch. Swung on and bounced right out of the catcher's mitt. He foul-tipped it just enough for it to get away from Middlebrooks. And they're giving him first base. Now I know exactly what has happened there. As Felker was swinging the bat, I'll bet that's how the other batter, Kyle Skinner, reached base as well. As Felker was swinging the bat, he hit the mitt of Middlebrooks. It's catcher's interference if you're swinging the bat and you hit the catcher's mitt, and Felker was swinging and it hit the catcher's mitt. His bat did as he was bringing it through the strike zone. That automatically gives you first base. So reaching on catcher's interference is Felker. So here's Texera. The 4th and 5th batters for the Mount St. Joseph Gales, both left-handed batters. Bases loaded here, swinging a high drive to center field. Allen is on the run and nearly collides with Jarvis Johnson, but Allen came up with the baseball. Another scary moment. No, Johnson came up with that baseball. Looked like Allen had made that catch, but for the 2 of them, they nearly collide out there in the outfield. 2 speedy guys, both of whom got after that ball in the gap. So a few scares in this inning, but no runs, no hits. Mount St. Joseph leaving 3 men on base. We head for the wing-ding inning, that being the bottom half of the 5th, with your score 5-1 as the Rams lead the Gales of Mount St. Joseph High School in St. Paul, Minnesota. Ram Baseball, WGFS, AM 1430.
It's spring fever at Mayfield Ace Hardware. Just check out these great prices for all your spring cleaning and gardening. Corona 21-inch head shears or Corona 24-inch bypass lopper, your choice, just $19.96. An Ace spring rake, $7.96. A garden weasel cultivator garden claw, $34.96. An Ace folding pruning saw, just $5.97. Or an Ace bypass lopper, just $19.97. It's spring fever at Mayfield Ace Hardware, your headquarters for spring cleaning and gardening. Mayfield Ace Hardware on the square in Covington.
Hey there, Carl the Greenskeeper here for the Hard Luck Cafe. You know me, I'm the guy who delivers hot wings to the trivia show every Saturday morning. Randy wanted me to be sure and let everyone know that the Hard Luck now has 3 locations. That's 1 in Conyers, 1 in Madison, and of course the original location in Covington. You know, that's that little red building down there where Nationwide used to be. So for the best hot wings around, stop by the Hard Luck or call ahead so your wings will be ready when you get there. I can't remember all the numbers, but in Covington it's 787-0421. That's 787-0421. Oh, and by the way, don't forget to tell them that Carl sent you.
Welcome to the Hard Luck Cafe wing-ding inning, the bottom half of inning number 5. Newton Ram baseball as the Rams giving you good news. They lead 5-1 here. Luke Allen is up, takes the first and second pitches for balls. 2-0 the count to him. After Allen, we'll see Middlebrooks and then Cleary. Allen bats for Aaron Rogowski of Athens, Georgia. The pitch is outside, ball 3. Aaron Rogowski with a chance to pick up 100 hot wings from the Hard Luck Cafe. The wind, the 3-0 pitch. Taking all the way, it's a strike. The Hard Luck Cafe, we want to say thank you to them for sponsoring Ram baseball throughout the year and allowing us to bring you the wing-ding inning. Swinging a hard grounder to the right side. Good play from the second baseman, Rosewag. Throws out Allen by half a step. Luke Allen got down the line in a hurry there on a ground ball to second base. Just narrowly out by maybe even a third of a step. So 4-3, but Allen nearly beat that ball out. So the infielders of the Mount St. Joseph Gales have got to know they've got to watch these runners for the Rams. Now Chris Middlebrooks. Middlebrooks bats for Debbie Harris of Covington. He takes the first one for strike one, and Middlebrooks is starting to find his stroke again after going through a miniature slump. He doubled last time around. He's got 2 RBI in this game. Pitch is low, and of course if he could get a hold of one, then Debbie Harris will have 100 hot wings courtesy of the Hard Luck Cafe. On deck is Richie Cleary. Middlebrooks near the back of the batter's box, digging in. Colin McGonigal winds and delivers. There's a strike called outside corner, so a 1-ball, 2-strike count here to the Ram catcher. McGonigal is settling down a little bit more. Has looked better the last few innings. Middlebrooks swings and pops one up to the right side, and the second baseman Rosewag is under it. He makes the play. Let's pause for station identification. This is Newton Ram Baseball.
Tradition and excellence since 1946. That's WGFS, AM 1430, Covington.
Richie Cleary steps to the plate, and in the wing-ding inning, he bats for Jay Freeman, who lives on Barrington Drive in Athens. Richie Cleary, if he sees a fastball, you never know what might happen. Wind and the pitch. It is low, ball 1. Cleary has hit 2 fly balls, so Mr. Freeman could pick up a few hot wings if Cleary could straighten one out. Hit a deep pop fly to center and then popped one up to the pitcher's mound. McGonigal brings home the next one, swung on and past a jumping Jeff Felker into left field, a base hit. So no home run and no hot wings, but a single with 2 outs here by Cleary, and Brandon Smith is going to come out and run for him. Courtesy runner. And we'll see Cleary re-enter, of course, to pitch the 6th and probably the 7th if he continues at this pace. Cleary with the base hit. And Smith the runner at first. Brandon Smith is without a stolen base this year. And here's Stephen Hires. He is batting for Brittany Harper, who lives on Dixie Trail in Covington. Swinging a hard grounder. The shortstop Kyle Skinner bobbles it once, bobbles it twice, and all hands will be safe. They could have had the play probably at second base. It was a very hard-hit ground ball, so an error on Skinner, the shortstop, puts Hires at first. Rams continue hitting the ball pretty well. Hit the ball well yesterday against Winder. Could not have asked for a much better inning than their 5th inning against Shiloh, and things are starting to come together for this Ram team, and it's the good time for that to happen. 3 more regular season games, and then the Rams have to win games to continue their season. They don't just continue automatically. It'll be the playoffs, and the region tournament starts that. Lane Floyd takes the first pitch for strike 1. The region tournament at Clark Central this year. Top 3 teams from the north side and the south side of Region 8 Quad A will go to that tournament. Todd Q. Chapman and I were talking on Sports Source Weekly earlier and mentioned that the Rams have not lost to an 8 Quad A North opponent in 3 years. It was April of 1993 the last time that happened. Floyd swings grounds 1 on 2 hops, fielded cleanly on the Sunday hop by Rosewag. He retires Floyd and the Newton Rams. So in the wing-ding inning, the Rams with no runs, 1 hit, 2 men left on base, and once again, no winner in that Hard Luck Cafe wing-ding inning. We'll have it again Monday when the Rams travel to Rockdale High School and take on the Bulldogs, so be ready for it. Ram Baseball live on WGFS, AM 1430.
What's the crowd favorite at parties any time of the year? Why, it's hot wings from the Hard Luck Cafe. With flavors ranging from extra mild to TNT, they can placate any palate. There are 3 convenient locations to serve you. 1 in Madison, 1 in Conyers, and the original Little Red Building in Covington. So stop by for the best hot wings around or call ahead so your order will be ready when you get there. In Covington, the number is 787-0421. That's 787-0421.
If you're age 60 or better, Newton Federal has created benefits especially for you. Our Now Interest checking account pays current market interest on your entire checking balance, not just part of it, if you maintain a $100 balance. And we offer it to our 60-plus customers with no minimum balance requirements and no monthly maintenance fees. Talk with us today at Newton Federal Savings and Loan, FDIC insured. After all, you deserve the best.
We head to the 6th inning. The Rams lead 5-1 behind the strong right arm of Richie Cleary, and he'll be facing the Mount St. Joseph Gales here in the 6th. Brendan Mahoney, Matt Martin, and Matt Gribben. Mahoney, the number 6 batter for the Gales, he's 0 for 2. Cleary has held the Gales to 3 hits thus far, and 1 run, an unearned run. So he has pitched some strong baseball today. Brings 1 in low. Last couple of days, it's interesting, the Rams have been winning despite pitchers not having their best stuff. We'll talk more about that in a moment. The 1-0 pitch is on the way. Curveball high and tight. It started Wednesday. Luke Allen and the Newton Rams beat the Shiloh Generals 13-7. Allen gave up 7 runs, all of them earned in that game, so certainly nowhere near his best stuff that day. There's a swing and a grounder, a short one toward shortstop. Easterday making a good play on a tricky hop, and they got it. 1 down. Rams won that game by 6 runs despite the troubles pitching-wise. Easterday came in and threw the final 2 2/3 for his second save. Pitched better but gave up 5 hits in those 2 2/3 innings. Key for him, he didn't walk anybody there. Last night, Jason Lunsford struggled throughout the night. He was one of the first to admit that in the clubhouse after the game. For curveball, first pitch low to Matt Martin, who's 0 for 1. Lunsford and his catcher, Chris Middlebrooks, were talking, and both of them understood that Lunsford struggled throughout the day. Swinging a hard liner, 1 hop, backhanded try for Moon, but he can't make it. And a base hit for Martin, the 4th base hit for the Mount St. Joseph Gales. Lunsford allowed 11 hits to the Winder Barrow Bulldogs, but still the Rams managed to win 6-2 as Winder stranded 11 base runners there. And here today, I think Richie Cleary's fastball is not at its best, certainly not control-wise, and velocity, it looks pretty good. But he hasn't had to throw too many of them. He's throwing more curveballs, more off-speed pitches, and without his best stuff, he's held Mount St. Joseph to 1 run. Cleary's pitch is high. Ball 1 to Matt Gribben, who owns one of those 4 base hits from the Gales. Pitch to him is low and outside, make it 2-0. Very dark clouds hanging over Riverside Park right now. Time is called. No rain is coming down as of yet, but that might be changing in the near future with the way the skies look right now. Stretch and pitch, it's low, and the wind is kicked up with some extra force. Another indication that perhaps the rain is on its way. Throw to first base, and Martin back in there safely. Action for the Gales in their bullpen. Only trouble is the pitcher warming up has a jacket on, so we can't tell who it is. We can't see a uniform number. There's a strike called. Gribben was on his way to first base, but he'll stay back there as Cleary throws him one on the inside corner. And again they go to first base, and Matt Martin, or the pinch runner for Martin, Jason Funk, is back in there. Big difference between Martin and Funk. Matt Martin, 185 pounds over a 5'10 frame, and Funk 130. 3-1 pitch missing, ball 4. Second walk from Cleary, who still has only struck out 1 batter in this game. So 2 on and 1 out, and a minor jam here for Cleary and the Rams, but they do face the number 9 batter, Daniel Rosewag. Rosewag has had a good day from that spot on the order, a single and a walk in 2 trips. Mount St. Joseph Gales coming down to Georgia and playing against several high school teams, not just the Newton Rams this week. They're on kind of a spring break trip to the south, and you know that that's going to help them a lot once they get back to their region in Minnesota. A lot of teams from the north don't get the chance to play as much as teams here in Georgia. In fact, a lot of their seasons up there don't start until April because of the weather conditions. Cleary's first pitch, a curveball, just barely missed outside, 1-0. And so playoff games and championships don't get played until late May or even June in some cases. So in Minnesota, a little different story baseball-wise. Swing and a miss from Rosewag. Of course, hockey also very big in that part of the country, and Minnesota Timberwolves in Minneapolis, so a lot of other sports for the young kids to try out. And baseball in a lot of schools takes a back seat, but you can tell that this Mount St. Joseph program is dedicated to baseball, and I'm sure they're doing very well in their region this year. Martin and Gribben take their leads. Stretch in the pitch from Cleary, again just barely missing. 2 balls, 1 strike. After Rosewag, it's Kusser, the top of the order. He's hitless today. Cleary has been able to keep him in check. Cleary's fastball missing inside. Rosewag bends the front side of his body back to get out of the way. 3 balls and 1 strike. Key situation for Cleary here to throw a strike. If he misses with 1 more, you'll have the bases loaded in less than 2 outs. And it's high, ball 4. That one was helmet high. 2 straight walks from Cleary. That'll bring Joe Brassfield to the mound. A single and 2 walks after that. All of a sudden, Mount St. Joseph has loaded the bases here with 1 down, and so it'll bring up Kusser and O'Donnell with a chance to further dent the scoreboard. They scored an unearned run in the 3rd. Rams scored 3 runs in the 1st. The big blow there, the solo home run from Matt Easterday. Then in the 3rd, they picked up a run on a double from Middlebrooks. In the 4th, a double from Doyle Baker, and he came around to score on the sacrifice fly from Easterday. 5-1, the Rams lead. Conference on the mound is finished. Brassfield and his infield going back to their positions. Cleary and Middlebrooks had kind of a long talk there, perhaps on what to do here with the bases loaded situation, but Brassfield has given his infield the direction what he wants them to pursue here with the bases loaded and 1 down, and it looks as if the infield is in at the corners and back looking for the double play up the middle. Kusser takes a strike. Michael Kusser swings like a leadoff hitter, kind of chopping at the ball. Reminds you a lot of Otis Nixon, the way he sort of chops at the baseball. Doesn't try to hit the ball hard, just try to hit it on the ground. And as I say that, he hits a line drive coming in as Britt Mask, and he cannot make the play. It kicks out of his mitt. 1 run scores. Staying at 3rd base is Gribben. All the runners had to hold because Mask was going after that, and for a moment we thought he might make the play on that one. It actually bounced in the mitt and then back out. So a run comes across, and it's now 5-2 in favor of the Rams, and about to face the middle of the order, so for Cleary and the Rams, time to bear down. The wind and the pitch, curveball, that's a strike on the inside corner. Mask had a long way to run for that ball and almost had to dive, and for a moment it looked like he had it and then kicked it out with his cleat. He was bringing his glove up, and he kicked the ball out of his glove literally with the cleat. That one inside to O'Donnell. So an even count, 1 ball, 1 strike. We've got 1 down. The Gales have already pushed 1 across. Low and outside, ball 2. In the top half of the 6th inning, here at Riverside Park, a non-sub-region battle. Wind and the pitch, a 2-hopper to Ryan Moon, could be 2. He feeds Easterday for 1, the cut across and the throw, they got him! 4-6-3 double play. Kusser and O'Donnell retired. That is not an easy job. You're dealing with the number 1 and 2 batters in the order. A lot of speed there, but 4-6-3 goes the double play, and that's the inning for the Gales of Mount St. Joseph. They pick up a run on 1 hit. A couple of walks from Cleary led to that run. And Mount St. Joseph left 2 men on base. We have played 5.5 innings with their score 5-2. Rams leading the Gales of Mount St. Joseph. Newton Ram baseball on WGFS AM 1430.
The Toro Wheel Horse XL Series lawn tractors have a lot of big features, and one small one, the price. For as little as $1,499 at Coast to Coast Home and Auto, you could be driving one this season. These Toro Wheel Horse lawn tractors are available with tilt steering, step-through design, and recycler mowing decks. Some have shiftless hydrostatic drive transmissions. And Toro Wheel Horse stands behind these tractors with their 2-year total coverage guarantee. Get the details at Coast to Coast Home and Auto today. Has there ever been a better time to buy a Toro Wheel Horse tractor or riding mower? Here at Coast to Coast Home and Auto, we say the answer is no. Why? Because right now, qualified buyers can purchase any Toro riding mower or tractor with no money down, no payments, and no interest until October 1st, 1996. Take advantage of our special limited time.
Bottom half of the 6th inning from Riverside Park and Newton High School. A little bit of a change here for the Gales of Mount St. Joseph as they bring in hard-throwing left-hander Mike O'Connor. O'Connor, a sophomore, and skinny as a rail. He is 6 feet 2 inches tall and 145 pounds. So skinny Mike O'Connor is out there. Facing Doyle Baker, a right-hander, followed by Jarvis Johnson, the lefty, and then Matt Easterday, the right-hander, will come back in. So O'Connor will get his chance to work here in the 6th. He is in the process of taking his warm-up tosses. Kind of disappointed that we haven't had a winner yet this year in the wing-ding inning. I thought that with the power that this Rams team had that we would have a chance, and they have hit 13 team homers this year. But no luck in the wing-ding inning. Perhaps it'll happen Monday. Rams have 3 games left in their regular season. We'll tell you about them. They still have a chance for 20 regular season wins. They will need to beat Rockdale Monday at Rockdale, then Parkview Friday, which is here at Riverside Park. And again, if you can catch any game this year, be here for that one. And then the final game is against the Berkmar Patriots on the 22nd. 3 days later, region tournament begins from Clark Central. The top 2 teams in the region advance to the state tournament. Baker will lead it off here against the left-hander. O'Connor winds and he deals. Swung on the first pitch, bounced towards second base. Rosewag has it, throws on in time. Baker 1 for 3. He came in at 298, so we'll have to see if that's going to put him close to that 300 mark or if he actually exceeds it there with the 1 for 3 performance. Here's Johnson, who's 0 for 2. He came in at 380, and that average will be dropping. Mike O'Connor, the left-hander, winds and deals, and hits a ball. But Jarvis Johnson was bailing on that pitch, lefty against lefty. The wind, O'Connor brings it home. It's outside, ball 2. O'Connor's delivery would be tough for a left-hander to hit. He's not a sidearm pitcher, but he brings the front side of his body toward a left-hander's own body, a left-handed batter's own body, and then throws across his body. So that'd be a tough pitch for a left-hander to pick up. That pitch is back to the screen. 2 balls, 1 strike. Johnson awaits. O'Connor with the wind and the delivery. Strike called outside corner. Johnson flied out to left and grounded out to short, so he's hit the ball to the off field both times up there. The wind and the pitch outside. That's ball 4. First walk from O'Connor, and the second walk, third walk, make it for Mount St. Joseph Gales pitching. The line for Colin McGonigal in 5 innings, he gave up 5 runs, 4 of them earned. McGonigal gave up 7 base hits to the Rams. He walked 2 and struck out a pair. Runner thought about going but stays put. Easterday fouls 1 off the screen. No balls, 1 strike to the Ram leadoff batter. He has certainly had a productive day. A home run in the first inning, a single and a stolen base in the second, and a sacrifice fly in the fourth. He's done a bit of everything and played a good game defensively, too. Curveball, Easterday swings and bounces it to Skinner at short. Johnson was going, so they don't have a play there. They get Easterday at first base. But once again, for the second time in this game, Joe Brassfield has a runner going and gets out of a potentially bad situation because of it. That could have been a 6-4-3 double play because that ball was hit to Skinner probably 10 or 15 feet from the second base bag, so it would have been an easy double play. But instead, Johnson's in scoring position with 2 down, bringing up Ryan Moon, who is 0 for 2. Taking a look back at second base is O'Connor. That pitch a couple of feet outside. Martin had to get up out of his crouching position to keep that ball from going back to the screen. Earlier in this game, Doyle Baker was headed for third base, after doubling, and Johnson grounded out to shortstop. Baker would have had to stay put, but instead from third base he scored on the sac fly from Easterday. So Joe Brassfield looks pretty good this afternoon. He's done a good job with his base runners. Picked the right time. Runners going here. Pitch is a strike called outside corner, and they got him at third base. Johnson thinks he got in with the foot, but the umpire, the bases umpire making the call, caught stealing 2-5 at third base is Jarvis Johnson. No runs for the Rams, no hits. They leave no one on base. The leadoff walk is erased thanks to the caught stealing. Last chance for the Gales with your score 5-2. Newton Rams on top. It's Ram Baseball on WGFS AM 1430.
The cellular phone business has become extremely competitive, and it's not unusual to see ads offering free cell phones. What gets the consumer's attention these days is an affordable rate plan. Well, if that's what you're waiting for, then listen up. Right now at East Metro Communications, you can get a free cell phone, no connect fee, and cellular service for $14 per month. And that includes 20 minutes of off-peak airtime. That's right, I said $14 and 20 minutes free off-peak airtime. This offer expires April 30th. So go by East Metro Communications, this area's oldest authorized agent for AirTouch Cellular. They're located a quarter-mile east of Newton General on Highway 278, or give them a call at 786-6796.
Certain restrictions apply, cannot be combined with any other offer.
And Loan, 3175 Highway 278, Covington. FDIC insured and equal housing lender.
It's spring fever at Mayfield Ace Hardware. Just check out these great prices for all your spring cleaning and gardening. Corona 21-inch head shears or Corona 24-inch bypass lopper, your choice, just $19.96. An Ace spring rake, $7.96. A garden weasel cultivator garden claw, $34.96. An Ace folding pruning saw, just $5.97. Or an Ace bypass lopper, just $19.97. It's spring fever at Mayfield Ace Hardware, your headquarters for spring cleaning and gardening. Mayfield Ace Hardware on the square in Covington.
At Hardy's Floor Covering and Supplies, we've got you covered with vinyl, wallpaper, carpet, wood, parquet, VCT tile, interior design service, carpet cleaning service, and blinds. They're the largest and most complete carpet store serving Newton, Rockdale, and Morgan counties, Lake Oconee, and surrounding areas. They specialize in residential and commercial flooring. Their professional carpet consultants and interior designer will bring samples to your home, take measurements, and quote you a price all in one visit. Call them, Hardy's Floor Covering and Supplies, 786-9245, 786-9245, or in Madison, 342-3869, 342-3869. Hardy's Floor Covering and Supplies.
The cellular phone business has become extremely competitive, and it's not unusual to see ads offering free cell phones. What gets the consumer's attention these days is an affordable rate plan. Well, if that's what you're waiting for, then listen up. Right now at East Metro Communications, you can get a free cell phone, no connect fee, and cellular service for $14 per month. And that includes 20 minutes of off-peak airtime. That's right, I said $14 and 20 minutes free off-peak airtime. This offer expires April 30th. So go by East Metro Communications, this area's oldest authorized agent for AirTouch Cellular. They're located a quarter-mile east of Newton General on Highway 278, or give them a call at 786-6796.
Certain restrictions apply, cannot be combined with any other offer.
The best money manager around is a checking account from the Bank of Covington. It's easy to keep track of your income and all your expenses with your checkbook and the detailed monthly statements we send you. It lets you see where you might save money, and it really helps in balancing your budget. If you're not already enjoying such financial assistance, learn all the advantages of a personal checking account at one of the convenient Bank of Covington locations. The Bank of Covington, member FDIC.
Tradition and excellence since 1946. That's WGFS, AM 1430, Covington.
And welcome back to Riverside Park at Newton High School, where the Newton Rams have played a week in which they played 4 games, but won all 4, and have gone a long way toward helping themselves out for postseason tournament and perhaps beyond. The Rams beat the Mount St. Joseph Gales here 5-2 in a non-sub-region game. The Gales come down from St. Paul, Minnesota, and pick up 2 runs on 5 hits. They committed 2 errors and left 11 men on base. Your losing pitcher, Colin McGonigal, who had the strong fastball but had a little trouble with his control early on and had trouble spotting his pitches a little later on as well, and the Rams picked up 3 early runs off him to go out to the early lead. Matt Easterday hit a leadoff home run and helped set the tone for this game. For the Rams, 5 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors, and they left 5 men on base. The winning pitcher and our WGFS player of the game, Richie Cleary, going the complete way for the Rams, walking 2, striking out 2, giving up 5 hits on his way to his 5th win of the year. He's 5-0 now with 4 complete games, and that ERA dipping from where it was to start this game at 3, so he's lost some points off that ERA, and I know he'll be happy about that. The Rams go to 17-4 now. 8-1 is their sub-region record, and they'll try to improve on that Monday up at Rockdale High School. That game starts at 7 o'clock. You'll hear Bill Dolan do the live play-by-play action right here on WGFS AM 1430, a 7 o'clock game there. And, of course, Friday, the Newton Rams and Parkview Panthers from Riverside Park, a 5 o'clock start. Don't miss that. For our executive producer, Todd Q. Chapman, and everyone here at Riverside Park, Kevin Holden reporting. The Rams once again beat the Gales of Mount St. Joseph 5-2. Good afternoon, everyone.